done well in terms of getting it everywhere, but they could improve on that for sure. That is not a good job done. They could see much better results if they put. In this video, I'm going to show you the simplest Facebook ads hack that can make a huge difference to your results. It's a technique that's overlooked by most Facebook advertisers. The ones that do use it often get it wrong. And what I'm talking about here is incentivized urgency. Finding a way to cut through the noise and get your prospects, the people seeing your ads, to take action on your ads now. If you think about your own consumption of advertising and how you interact with ads, how many times have you seen something that you might be interested in, you might think is really cool and you want to check out, but you just never get around to it? You see something, you go, oh, that looks interesting, but you just never quite manage to look it up like you were intending to. That's because we've all got busy lives, things get in the way, we forget about it, we move on. That is happening to a lot of people seeing your ads. They are interested in whatever it is you have to offer, but they're thinking to themselves, oh, I'm a little bit busy now, I'll check that out later, and they just never get round to it. So you need to include something that cuts through that and makes them drop what they were doing, which is a big ask, drop what they were doing and take an action, whether that's signing up, becoming a lead, purchasing, etc. And you do that through incentivized urgency. You need to have the big incentive, the reason why people need to take action now, and it needs to be urgent, right? Not only does it need to be something that they really want, but they need to do it now, because if they don't do it now, they're going to miss out. That's a feeling you're trying to get across to your prospects is, look, take action on this amazing thing that I'm offering right now. Otherwise, you're going to miss out and you'll regret that you did. Okay, so let's take a look at these examples. Now, these companies I'm not affiliated with. This is just stuff that I found in the Facebook ads library. In this ad, it's all about a Mother's Day sale, and that comes across immediately, which is great, okay? With incentivized urgency, there's basically three places that you can talk about it. You can talk about in the primary text, in the ad creative, and in the headline. And this company does that. They've got Mother's Day sale in the primary text up here, in the creative, and in the headline. Fantastic, I'm happy with that. With a Mother's Day sale, it's kind of obvious that that's going to end on Mother's Day, just before Mother's Day, something like that. I would prefer if this ad was much more explicit in when this ends. That's the urgency part. When exactly does this end? When do I need to take action by? Then the incentive part, they're offering a discount, so you save $5 on here, $15 off this. Yeah, it's not that exciting, is it? It's not a huge incentive. For this to work well, you want it to be really urgent. The thing ends at this specific time and that's soon. And you also want it to be a big incentive. So I'd be looking for a larger percentage discount. They've done well in terms of getting it everywhere, but they could improve on that for sure. Let's take a look at another example. This one's for some fishing weights, I believe. And they've been a lot more aggressive in their primary text. Hurry up, our flash sale ends soon. I'm not sure about hurry up, but our flash sale ends soon is great. Enjoy a limited time discount. They haven't explained what the discount is, like what's the percentage. You know, it's a very, very cheap product, obviously. So maybe that's for one unit. They also haven't mentioned the sale, the flash sale in the ad creative or in the headline. So that is not a good job done. They could see much better results if they put exactly when it ends, more information about the discount itself. Like you said, flash sale, enjoy a limited time discount. What's a discount? Is it a certain percentage? Is it normally costs 10 times as much? You need to be more specific with that. Let's have a look at another one. Okay, so here we go. We've got a better example of being more specific. So they're using a code, May 20, gives you a 20% discount. So this is quite good in terms of self-explanatory. Like I would assume that a May 20 discount ends at the end of May, last day of May or midnight. But again, I would be more specific. They haven't got the very specifics of that in the primary text or in the image or in the headline itself. So they could do better on the urgency part by making that more explicit, but they've been very clear that it's a 20% discount. That's an okay incentive. You can often do better than that, and I'd often recommend that you do if you can. But they've done well in terms of getting it everywhere, making it super clear, right? It's up in the primary text, use code May20, save 20%, and that's big and obvious. And they've also got use May 20 at the checkout, which that headline could be better, but it's not too bad. Hopefully you're starting to get a picture of how you can do this well and what we're looking for here. So this is a company or a discount ramp, so I assume they do this sort of thing all the time, and this is their speciality. Shop up to 50% off. That's a great incentive. So when we're looking for incentivized urgency, that's a really strong incentive. I really like that. 50% off, particularly off a higher ticket item, is very exciting. But they haven't got, well, I mean, it's not in the initial part of the video. It may well appear later on in the video when I had to flick through. I couldn't see that much information about the discount itself. Not great. And limited time up to 50% off. When? When is that limited time? Have I got 10 minutes? Have I got 4 hours? Have I got a day? Have I got a week? They do run really well on the incentive side of things, making this more powerful. And I like that they've got it in the headline. I would just think they could do better on the urgency by being more specific. Huge, great job on the incentive part. 72% off. That's fantastic. Really well done. That's an amazing level of discount. That's got a great incentive. In terms of the urgency, they say here limited time discount. But again, when? When is this limited time discount? They've obviously got a carousel ad format, so it's a bit different. These videos, for example, may contain more information, but there's nothing super obvious right up front about the 72% off or when this thing ends. So we've got no information about when this ends, not a great job. There could be a lot more information about the incentive itself. Like I'd have a 72% off. I'd have that on this image for sure. Good chance I'd have it in at least one, but probably more of the headlines. They're just talking about the benefits of the products. You want to be able to include both where possible. Right, now we're shifting gears a little bit to different types of businesses. There we've been talking about discounts mainly as being the incentive, which is obviously a big part of it. But here's another business that's obviously quite different. It's a photography company. They have gift certificates. And the way they've gone with their incentivized urgency is they've tied what it is they're offering into Mother's Day, which it's not too bad for this type of business. It makes sense. It's like a good job, but you could ramp up the incentive there, right? But they've done a really good job with the urgency in terms of what they're offering. I have 2 spots left this month. We don't know if that's true or not, but if you have limited capacity, which like all businesses do, right? You want to include information about that. So I love I have two spots left. I would certainly be looking to get more information in there, down in the ad creative headline, similar stuff to what we talked about before. But I do like what the technique they used. Here we've got a custom pool making company, and I do like what they've done here. They've used it in the link description, which is tricky because it's not going to show up on all placements. Now I don't know exactly what placements they're using. So the only 8 spots left is great. I really like using that, but I would make that much clearer. So they've got get your free estimate today. The headline is free estimate plus consultation. Great. That's just sort of offer we would use for this type of business. But the fact that you've only got 8 spots left should be in the primary text, should be on the image, because that's what's going to get people to go from, oh yeah, we've been thinking about having a pool built. That's interesting. I'll check that out when I can, to going, oh, this company looks great and they've only got 8 spots or 6 spots left. Quick, let's go ahead and give them a call. Let's inquire. Let's get this booked in. We don't want to miss out. Particularly if you said something like only 8 spots left this summer or this season or this year, that really gets the urgency in there. And again, I wouldn't just have it in the link description. I would have it elsewhere. So they've gone with a really good urgency technique, just like in the previous one. And in terms of the incentivization, the free estimate and consultation, that's fine. They could put it elsewhere and make it a little bit stronger. And then we have an example of a company that's doing this really quite well. So in terms of incentivized offer, they are offering free classes. Great. That's just the sort of thing that people can sign up for very easily. They can go along, they can test it out, they can see if they enjoy it, and they can look to buy later. That's going to get lots of people through the door, which is great. And they've got a specific target, which is fantastic. Now they've got this incentivized offer everywhere. They've got it right up at the top, free spots in our Pilates class. We're giving away free spots, fantastic. They've got it again in the primary text. They've got it right up here, look, in the ad creative. Even though it's a video, it's right up here as like a banner across the top. Free intro class, fantastic, great job on that. And they've got it in the headline, get your free class now. So I love what they've done with the incentivized offer. They've got a really good one and they've put it everywhere. This is a great job. The urgency part, we need incentivized urgency for this to work as well as possible. They could do better on. So all they've got here is only a few spots left. If this is something that just keep going ongoing and you can't have an end date on it, then fine. You don't want to lie in your ads, obviously. There's limitations to what you can do. But if you could be more specific on, firstly, how many spots are left. We looked at some previous examples, or how many spots are available. Maybe you only have, 8 spots available on your intro classes every month, something like that. You could put that in there. And secondly, is this an offer you're going to use forever? Maybe, maybe not. If it's not, definitely get that end date in there. You want people not just to go, this is a great offer, I'm interested, but this is a great offer, I'm interested, and I need to book it now because it's going to go away if I don't. That fear of missing out is a big deal. You can tap into that for sure. But this is one of the better examples here, particularly of the incentivized offer part. Urgency could do a little bit of work. But one very important thing I need to mention is that when someone clicks through on your ad and comes through to your landing page, you need to have congruency. So here's an example. Here's the special offer that we're running on people who have been through our webinar about our Facebook Ads Insiders course, where they get quite a hefty discount. When they come through to this page, you can see right at the top, there's a banner here, special webinar offer. We're very explicit with what it is. Get Facebook Ads Insiders for just $597, $400 off the regular price. And it's very clear around how long this offer is going to last. And so the incentivized urgency that you put into your ad wants to follow through to the landing page. Don't just think, oh, they saw it in the ad, that'd be fine. No, get it on your landing page, make it as clear as possible. This could not be any clearer, right? It's, all the information is going on down here. It's right at the top, first thing they see. Here's the incentive, huge discount. Here's the urgency. It's going away in just under 5 days. So make sure absolutely you include it in your landing page as well. I know that's a bit more work, but it's well worth it. Once you've added incentivized urgency into your ads, you're likely to see a huge difference in your results. But to get the best results possible, you need to make sure that you aren't making any of these targeting mistakes. A ton of Facebook advertisers are making mistakes with their targeting. I'd strongly recommend you go ahead and check out this video. It'd be well worth your time.